guys, what's up? Welcome back to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
I'm Pete.
You guys ready?
Yeah, sure.
Pete was being a dick.
Okay, we got a bunch of
being
audience questions for you guys. Stuff that you have sent into our email, thecomicbookclub@yahoo.com. So let's get right into them. Jose asks, I was wondering what you thought about comic book binding. It's much cheaper, what with regular, I don't know, something about hardcovers. What do you feel about the actual process, which includes removal of back covers, staples, ads, or whatever else you don't want? What do you think are its advantages and disadvantages? So what do you think about trade collections, I guess is what he's asking, versus picking up things in...
The pamphlet comics, as they're called.
Yes, which people call them, but we would not call them in front of Pete.
Right, exactly.
Pete goes insane.
Yes, so I feel that, like, what's nice about trades is sometimes they throw in extra pieces of art and extra writing and stuff like that, which is really cool. I definitely enjoy that. I just... Personally, I'm a comic guy. I like comics. I like just reading each ones and diving in different worlds instead of sitting down and reading a whole trade. I don't enjoy that. But as far as trades versus like hardcover books, I mean that's just more expensive. I guess collecting wise, it might be worth more, but as to get it, I just don't see spending the extra money to get a hardcover.
I've been a fan of monthly and weekly comics forever, so like I want to buy them in that way. Yeah. So waiting for the trade is always hard for me because it takes so long.
Yeah.
And it's a different feel. It's a different feeling when you're reading it. You don't get it to be continued, the build up. And in fact, I like better when comics are written for the monthly form as opposed to writing for the trade because a lot of times then the stories are backloaded. And you have to read the first 3 issues of a story arc to kind of get what's going on, and the pacing seems way different, and that bothers me.
I think I'm not a big fan of hardcovers in general. I think just mainly because they're heavy, and the main way that I read my
you have tiny arms.
I have teeny tiny, weak little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms that can barely pick up anything. My brain is also about this small.
No,
we know.
But the main way that I read books is on the subway, so I'm carrying it around most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I like the softcover trades the best for that.
Yeah, for carrying purposes. Indeed. Though I will say, like, if there's a series that I love, I will buy the hardcover. Like the Absolute Starman, I'm going to buy that.
Omnibus one? Yeah, you talk about that a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. In fact, in a month from now, you won't even be able to open up the pages. Let's move on and talk to Carl.
Carl! Hello. Carl.
That last question apparently completely shut down my brain. No insult, Jose. Carl from London asks, can you guys tell me what good graphic novels trades I should pick up for Inhumans, Black Panther, and Magneto? Wow, that's a little all over the place. But I can definitely tell you about Inhumans. There was a great series by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee.
Silent War?
No.
Silent
War is also very
That's
good.
the one I'm
But Paul Jenkins, Jay Lee did a 12-issue Marvel Knights series that is collected that is really, really excellent, dealt with the Inhumans as a royal family and really got into their familial politics, which is very cool.
Silent War was after that, and that's very good as well. I would recommend that for the Inhumans.
As far as Black Panther, I would wait a little bit longer because the arc they're doing right now has really been very enjoyable, and I'll wait for that to wrap up and then get that trade.
Don't buy the Fantastic Four if you want to. When he was in the Fantastic Four, it was terrible.
Yeah.
What about Magneto?
I would also wait because Greg Pak right now is doing an amazing Magneto run, so I would wait.
Or you can buy that about the origin of Magneto, him as a child in Nazi Germany. As far as other Magneto, that's a tough one.
There's this is terrible. I never remember the name of this crossover. The one where Magneto ripped out Wolverine's. Detractions. So the Fatal Attractions.
We had the 3D cover.
Was it Fatal Attractions?
I don't know. The one where
I remember the issues.
I remember.
Wolverine got home and Magneto had boiled Wolverine's bunny.
Yeah, his love bunny. It was right around when the Phalanx Covenant came out. It was maybe the one after that.
Yeah, the ones without the catchy names.
Yeah.
And then all the Wolverine covers had, like, instead of him,
And
his
that's
claws,
pretty good.
his
Or you
bones.
could find the old story. Most of the stuff with him in Asteroid M is pretty good.
Yeah.
New X-Men. That's obviously a big spoiler, but at the same time, that's an amazing,
True.
amazing
That's
New
true.
X-Men Grant Morrison story. For
Very
Magneto.
big into Magneto, especially as it goes on.
Yeah, so read that. You'll see what we're talking about if you've never read it. But there you go. Hope that helped.
Yeah, it's tough with Magneto because he's
Yeah.
kind of always painted the same way. There was, for a while, the Magneto and Joseph. Remember when Joseph was in the
no.
X?
Are you anti-recommending that?
Yeah, I'm not recommending that, but I'm
Okay.
saying that Magneto has gone through a lot of weird iterations.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's always cool when they're like, hey, let's take a supervillain and make them into a teenager because then they'll be more extreme and skateboard to work.
Yeah.
Andy asks, I recently picked up the first volume of Fear Agent and I loved it, but I couldn't put my finger on why it was so good. So why do you guys like it so much, and does it get better as the story goes on?
Yes.
Yes, it definitely gets better, or
Yeah.
at least continues at its same amazing level pretty much
Yeah.
throughout. It's kind of mind-boggling that it's 20-something issues in, and it's still so good.
I think one of the things about it that for me is that, like, when you're reading a comic or really into a comic, you tend to be like, oh, I wonder where this is going, and try to project and try to be like, oh, I can never do that with
Yeah.
Fear Agent.
Yeah.
It is so great. You feel like you're on just an emotional roller coaster. You don't know when the next turn is going to happen or who's it. But I don't want to undersell the artwork. It also really well accompanies the writing, and it's a solid comic. And it's hard to do that for that long.
And that's the good point. There's no status quo for that book. It's not
Yeah,
so many comics now are so high concept. We're like, oh, I get it. These
Or
characters
been around for so long, it's tough to reinvent the wheel.
where the concept is there. Yeah, like
Yeah.
oh, these characters are analogs for the Beatles. With Fear Agent, it's like yes, it is dealing with aliens and very traditional sci-fi stories, but you can't put it in a box.
Yeah, it's completely original. It's no character is safe. I think that's the thing that we say
Yeah.
every time we talk about the series. Not even the main character.
Yeah.
At no point, I think it's one of the only series out there ever that you feel like you could probably die.
Yeah.
You could probably die at any second. I don't know. I could see that happening.
Well, what I also love is like he never gets a break. You always you love him, but you're like, oh man, he gets just shit on and shit on and shit
And
on.
plus, he's
like
not a hero.
It's like a comic book Pila page. It's
Oh,
like
man.
shit on and shit on and shit on.
Yeah. Would you say that?
Would you say that Pila page?
No, I don't know what that statement really means. So
What do you mean? What do you think?
I don't know. I just think that it's he's definitely an anti-hero where he's an asshole and he's not always doing the right thing, but his heart is in the right place.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. But that got really weird for me, so yeah. Thanks, Andy.
You were
Cool.
talking
Thanks
about
for writing in, all of you. We are going to be back tomorrow, but if you have a question, you can write us at thecomicbookclub@yahoo.com. You can check us out at youtube.com/comicbookclub, where you can, of course, subscribe. You can upload a video response. You can comment. You can hang out with your friends and chat on the internet.
totally.
It's a
We'll be
really
there.
cool place to do that, you guys.
If you're having any comic book club meetups, we'd love to come. And
Yeah.
Kick around the hacky sack.
Totally.
Just totally
If you
chill out.
guys need dating advice or
Yeah,
advice,
just chill out.
Don't ask
relax,
him because Dallas would just tell you to marry people. That's all.
Married people. Marry
clever.
everyone.
If you like somebody, marry him. That's Alex's advice.
And also, you can visit us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. at our live show if you're ever in New York City.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Oh, no, I can't say that ever again.
Finally.